Welcome to today's episode of Normie Nonsense. I'm Emily. This is my channel, Normie Nonsense. What is this channel? It is a celebration and reflections of being a normal person in America, knowing that we add the substance to this country and that our lives are worth talking about and celebrating and lamenting. Now, today's episode, it's gonna be a little bit of me just venting about my current situation with my house, and then I'll add at the end I'll have a little bit of fun stuff. Okay, so I'm sure most Americans who have owned a house for any extended period of time have had to deal with homeowners insurance. Now, when I tell you that I've had a bad experience, this has been over a decade's worth of them actively screwing me over to the point where I can't cancel the insurance. We all know this, right? Legally, we have to have homeowners insurance if we have a mortgage. But you can't get other insurance if there's stuff wrong because the first insurance wouldn't pay for it even though it's covered under the policy. Or they'll say they'll pay for it, but then they pay just a drop in the bucket of the actual cost. So currently, I have been dealing with a very, my insurance company is a small company. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get sued on the back end of this. But I have been dealing with a roofing issue for a long time. They denied our claim years and years ago, saying we didn't have enough damage to our house, even though everybody, pretty much in my entire suburb, got a new roof from severe storms that came through, hail damage, wind damage. Magically, somehow there was a bubble around my house. And we just, everybody else in the entire neighborhood got a new roof, but miraculously, my house, totally fine, according to them. So moving forward, I have had now a leak in my roof, and then I sustained more wind damage. I've owned my house now at this point for 25 years, and I have paid this insurance company tens of thousands, probably somewhere around $70,000 has been paid to this insurance company. They have one time paid out, before this past year, $4,000 to replace one side of my house siding that was damaged by wind and hail, even though I had damage on all sides, and to patch a portion of the roof. Now, what they paid me was $4,000. Not enough to do anything with. So my ex-husband had to patch the roof himself. Now, last year, I had a claim for wind and hail damage. They came out, they inspected, they in fact said, yes, you do have wind and hail damage. You need an entire new roof. I live in a ranch house. The square footage of my roof is about 3,200 square feet. The cost to repair my roof is along the lines of $30,000. They said they would pay me $14,000. Mind you, I've paid them $70,000 plus over the years. They have also decided to raise my premium multiple times over because they know they have me. I can't leave their company because I can't qualify for another insurance because there's stuff wrong because they didn't help me pay for it, that's what you pay insurance for, right? So they know I can't leave because legally I have to have insurance, and they know nobody else will take me. So they no longer feel like they have to pay me anything. I'm sure they will deny any claim that I ever would have if I stayed with them. And they also know that I have to pay whatever premium they say because I can't go seek it out elsewhere. So I've come to the conclusion that I will lawyer up. I have a lawyer that's reviewing all of my correspondence and the roofing company's correspondence with them. I'm going to probably try and just get some kind of private financing to get my roof so that then I can leave this company, qualify for other insurance, and then sue them on the back end of it, because I'm just done. I'm so done. It's such a scam. The homeowner, like, insurance is such a scam. Like, I have paid them well over double what they would need to pay out just to fix my roof. Like, I have paid you people for 25 years. Just do what you say you're gonna do. At this point, like, their business practices are just unscrupulous, and the lawyer has looked at, I had 3 bankers tell me that is the highest premium I have ever heard of. They're like, I have people who have $1.5 million homes that pay $1,500 a year. I am being charged now $4,558 a year for a house that I bought for $120,000. Like, that makes no sense. Plus, my deductible for wind and hail is $3,200. Anyway, enough of that. I know, we all know. If you own a house, you know. It's such a racket. And I feel like I have no recourse as the consumer. They're like, oh, file a complaint with the insurance board. I don't think they're really gonna care or try to fight, but yes, I'll file the complaint. But anyway. Okay, so now for something fun. So I'm an artist. I work as a nurse. That's a bill-paying job. I'm trying to break into art more. I've started painting again. Once I clean up my kid's room a little bit, I'll show you my kid's room. I painted a mural when I was pregnant with him on all 4 walls and built a big tree, and like a 3-dimensional tree his bed sits under. I've always done photography. I'm trying to do more of that. And I think I'm going to start selling my photography at a flea market that's close to my city. It's pretty cheap to rent a booth outside. I think I can just get like one of those canopy tents and set up a booth. And maybe, like, if I don't just have prints there, I can have something set up that people can order prints that I would then send to their house. Anyway, I got a new haul of some of my photos, and hopefully I'll be able to show them to you. I'd love to hear feedback. I would say most of my photos are black and white. Emphasis on kind of moody, grainy, gritty. I do a lot of abandoned, like, farmhouses, a lot of Americana, like Americana from days gone by. I live I live in a city, Dayton, Ohio, but the surrounding areas around me are very rural, and there's a lot of old farms with abandoned barns and farmhouses. Like, I don't go in the farmhouses, but you can take pictures from the road and get really good ones. Anyway, I'm going to show you some of my photos that came today in the mail, and let me know what you think. Okay, my first one, I've entitled this Midwest Eiffel Tower. Now, it's kind of got an old school, I shot it like right at dawn, and so the lighting was kind of crap. But I call it the Midwest Eiffel Tower. It's kind of gritty and grainy, like an insert of a 90s album. I have this old chicken coop. This abandoned factory. It's down by some railroad tracks. Let's see. I have two of the same with different lighting, different setting. This one's kind of a more gritty, grainy. And then there's this version of it. Let's see. I also have some, this is very Americana. And then I also did some black and white florals. This one I think is pretty cool. And you know, I'm just taking these like little around my little neck of the woods, probably within an hour drive of where I live. I just go out and I explore the countryside, and I take pictures of things that I think are kind of cool and super Americana. Some people will like this, some people won't. It captures a moment in time. This barn up here says Trump 2020 on it in front of the cornfield. Anyway, it just captures a moment in time, whether you like them or you don't like them. I'm just documenting life here in America in the 2020s. Oh yeah, this cool mailbox. It's old. It was out by his old farm. The farm is actually still a working farm, but it had this old, just metal mailbox. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that's some of my photography that came in today. If you would like, I would ask you to like and subscribe. Follow me. It means a lot. I'll update you on I got a meeting with the bank on Saturday and another meeting with roofing company on Monday, so I'll update you. I don't know what it's going to be, but fingers crossed. Anyway, nice seeing you all again. It's Emily. Like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.